Hello students, hope you are well and working hard to achieve your goals. So today in the business studies class, we will start our next chapter, chapter 3, business risks and causes of failure. So the learning objectives of this chapter are to understand the concept of business risk, introduction, meaning of business risk, characteristics of business risks, then its types, causes and methods of how we manage the risk in business. Then we will discuss the concept of business failure and causes of its business failure. So today we will start a chapter and we will discuss introduction, meaning of business risks and characteristics of business risks. So first of all, we will discuss our key terms. So first one is risk. For example, in life there is a risk of not getting the job in future, risk of life while driving fast, risk of failure of exams if we do not study well. Likewise, in business there is a risk like decrease in demand of product due to change in fashion or taste and preferences of the customer. Like now the people want more western dresses as compared to the traditional. So we can say that risk is the possibility of something bad happening in future, or a risk is someone or something that could cause problem in future is called risk. Next is business. So for example, farmer plows the field and produce wheat and then sell it into the market. What is this? This is a business of farming. Likewise, fishing, mining, shops like local shops like groceries or maybe a bakery product shops. So these are some examples that is included in the business. Likewise, at the large scale there is a Reliance Industries, Amazon, Tata Groups, Facebook. These are some examples that are included in the business. So the business is an occupation or trade where purchase and sale of goods and services occur to earn profit is called business. So one of the essential feature of business is risk. And future being uncertain, all business activities involve risk of one type or the another. So a businessman has to encounter various risks in every area or a function of the business. Like in production function, risk may occur due to irregular supply of raw material, breakdown of machinery, technological problem, inefficient labor. Likewise, in marketing function, risk may occur on account of change in fashion, fall in price or increase in competition. Likewise, in finance function, there is a risk like shortage of cash, non-payment by customers that are included in the business, non-availability of funds. So these are some examples that are included in the business risk. Likewise, there is a business risk is universal and there may be a danger to the assets due to fire, flood, earthquake. Likewise, there is a problem or like strikes, wars, political events may also interrupt business operations. And even there are personal risks due to the accident, death or illness of the businessman. So business risk is universal in nature. So every businessman should understand the nature and the sources of risks and then measures which can be taken to minimize the risk is called the process how to reduce risk in business. So now we will understand the meaning of business risk. For example, changes in taste and preferences of customers, there is a strikes, increased competition, obsolescence. These are some examples of business risk. So business risk may be defined as a chance of danger in business activities due to events which create adverse situations contrary to the expectations. It refers to the possibility of a commercial business making inadequate profits due to uncertainties. So Business risk implies uncertainty in the profits and danger of loss and the events that could pose a risk and due to some unforeseen events in future which causes business to fail. Next is characteristics of business risks. So first one is risks are inherent in business. Means every business involves some element of risk. Likewise, risk bearing is an essential element of business. And the business risks are inevitable and unavoidable. They can be minimized but they cannot be eliminated completely. So in fact, we can say that business means assuming calculated risk in business. Next is business risks arise due to uncertainties. So uncertainty is an essential condition of business. Uncertainties like natural calamities or changes in demand and prices, improvements in the technology, changes in government policies and rules. These are some examples. So uncertainty is which create risk in business. So we can say that uncertainty is an essential condition of business because business decisions are concerned with future and which cannot be forecasted 100% accuracy. Next is business risks vary according to the nature and the size of business. So in this, all business enterprises are not exposed to the same type or a degree of risk. The degree of risk is much higher in big business houses than in small scale industries. Likewise, like for example, Reliance Industries has more risk in their business as compared to the local businessmen. So even the risk is influenced by the time and place of business. So this is called the nature and the size of business that affects the business risk. Next is profit is the reward for risk taking. So where there is a no risk, there is a no gain. Or we can say that greater the risk means higher is the chance of getting profits in future. So greater the risk is no guarantee of higher profits, but profit is a reward for inherent risk rather than artificially created. So higher profits are the consideration which an entrepreneur gets for bearing risks inherent in business. Next one is business risk cannot be evaluated easily. Means it is difficulty to accurately measure or calculated business risk because the risks are arise due to conditions many of which are beyond the control of the management. So a businessman can make an intelligent guess about business risk but cannot predict them with certainty. So these are all the characteristics of business risk. So now you have to write the question answers. So first one is define business risk. Second, uncertain events are the main cause of business risk. Comment. Then discuss the characteristics of business risk.